Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna everyone. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Desatarini Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय ते नमः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा everyone, welcome
Hare
to the
Krishna
last
Mataji.
session. So today is the last session of level 2. So I hope you all have registered yesterday. I think Harshali Mataji have posted the link for level 3. Please do register and continue your journey. So you all have to complete Bhakti Shastri, right?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Attendance link. Okay, it's not showing. Remind me later. Okay. All glories to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. Okay. So yesterday we only covered 3 sections. So what was the question asked by Arjuna? What is the meaning of sannyas and the renunciation and the tyaga, the sacrifice? Can anyone remember what was Krishna's answer? Or Krishna's answer? What, according to the Lord, defines sacrifice and what is renunciation? Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes, you can attempt. It is okay if you go wrong. There's nothing. You can just try. Okay, detachment for Vairagya. Detachment is right, but then towards what? Yeah. Renunciation, detachment towards material activities. Na? Acting with detachment is towards material thing. That is real renunciation, not giving up on considering everything to be in service of Lord. And not considering like giving up of activities which are based on material platform is called as renunciation. And what is sacrifice? What is sacrifice? Sacrifice means what? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Are you all listening? It's okay, you can speak. What happened to everyone? All are silent. Yes. What is sacrifice?
Renunciation.
Renunciation we already discussed. Renunciation means giving up of material activities. That is renunciation, sannyasa. What is sacrifice?
Something not to do which we like to do.
Harinam Kirtan.
If you like to do devotional service, that means you have to give up or what?
So in Kali Yuga, sacrifice is
Material
Harinam.
world,
Okay, that is correct. Sacrifice means yajna, chanting of holy name. But sacrifice in the sense you are giving up the fruit of action, results of the activity. That is called as sacrifice. Okay, that is what Krishna defines sacrifice as. Giving up the fruits of activities is called sacrifice, and giving up the activity based on material platform, that is the renunciation. Okay, so the both two words may be a bit confusing. And then we saw like in different entanglement in 3 modes. I mean, how in 3 modes a person's happiness differs, how is his determination in 3 mode and intelligence in 3 modes. So all those we saw. So today we'll continue with from the section D. Worshipping the Lord through one's occupational work is true renunciation and brings freedom from reactions. Verse 41 to 48. Freedom from reaction by occupational work. This like how by engaging in one's own dharma, like being a kshatriya or a brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya and shudra. No, those are the based on that the Lord has made the divisions of caste. So based on that also how one can be free from their occupational work, reaction from the occupational work. All work is controlled by modes, yet one can become free from the action of work by acting as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra in Nishkama Karma Yoga. So we saw about what is Nishkama Karma Yoga? The word itself has the meaning. Nishkama. What is that? Kama
Action
means
without
what?
expectation of fruit.
Yeah, right. So kama means to desire. Nishkama means without desire.
Desireless action.
Yeah, that is called as Nishkama Karma Yoga. While worshipping the Lord through that work. This work, even if faultily done, is better than accepting another's occupation. Prescribed duties are never affected by sinful reaction. So we'll see that in detail. Brahmana kshatriya visham shudranam cha parantapa karmani pravibhaktani svabhava prabhavair gunaihi.
Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance with the material modes. O chastiser of the enemy.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So now Krishna will explain, like everyone has the quality, no, based on the quality. So Krishna says in chapter 4, what is the shloka? Anyone remember? What is that shloka? That is very famous shloka. So everyone should remember that.
Chaturvarnam.
Yeah. Can you tell that fully?
No, Mataji.
Can attempt.
No, Mataji.
Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam.
Yeah.
Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidya what is that? Tasya kartaram apino vidya kartaram avyayam. Is it right? Yeah. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashah. So Krishna says that I have made this caste system based on guna and karma. The guna means the quality one possesses. So everybody has the quality, no? Some like that we will see. Krishna will explain now what are the qualities of a brahmana. So by that one can know: are you a brahmana, or you have a brahminical quality, or do we have a kshatriya quality, vaishya quality, shudra? So one has to actually we have to see what quality one has, and accordingly one has to engage in those work. Only then they can be perfected in their action. That is what Krishna is trying to tell. Guna and karma. So everyone has their different qualities born of their own nature. So how is it born of their own nature? Because of the association with the material modes, right? So how do we associate? So based on that, if we are reading scriptures and associate with devotees, so obviously what will happen? Brahminical quality will develop. And Prabhupada says that everyone, I mean in Kali Yuga, is born as a Shudra only. No? He says that everyone are born Shudras, but then samskarat dvaje bhavet dvija. So only by samskara, like with parents giving samskara, or like by child going to school, like some moral it will learn. But then one becomes a brahmana can become only after the initiation, and also by following whatever is given by the rules and regulations given by the spiritual master, no? So one should aim to become a brahmana at least before dying. That's what Prabhupada says. So brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya and shudra are distinguished by the quality born of their own nature in accordance with the material mode, O chastiser of enemy. And also it's not possible for everyone to become brahmana, because all these 4 divisions in a society is needed, right? All are required, but in the same ashrama while working, they can be God conscious. So that is what we will see. So first, so 4 kind of ashramas based on modes of material nature. So first one, 18.42 is talking about Brahmanical nature. Shamodamastapashaucham kshantirarjavameva cha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma swabhavajam.
Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmanas work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 9 qualities totally. No. So these are the qualities of a Brahmana. Peacefulness. So how is peacefulness developed? We see like in the hierarchy, like that in the chapter 3 also, no, there is a different levels of consciousness. So the lowest level is like the karmi, or like it's like more like animal only. Like the person is only seeing the bodily needs. So he's only happy if his stomach is full, no, and then having some sense gratification. That is the very lowest. Above that is the mental. We see that the mental platform, where a person at least, I mean, he knows what is, I mean, needed. I mean, life is something more than that. So he struggle hard. That is again, and he wants some name in society, and that thing we see. And then gradually we see that there is a jnana, I mean, development of knowledge. The like who, what is the purpose of life, or who am I? No, these questions will come. And then above that we see the Vijnana. And Vijnana means again the above Vijnana. No, Vijnana is the knowing about the body and the soul, difference between the body and soul. So the highest is the what is that? Anandamaya Kosha. Na? So the 5 koshas are there. So in the Anandamaya Kosha, so the person is already situated in the Brahmanical platform. So when he's there, in the other platforms, there is no, I mean, when it comes to the Jnanamaya Kosha only, there is a peacefulness. That is called Brahman platform. It is not complete bliss, that is higher to it. But in Brahmanical platform means he's already realized that Brahman realization. So there is a peace, because he's not engaging any of the sinful activities. So he's at peace. So that is why the peacefulness means the Brahmanical nature. And then self-control. Yes, Amok Prabhu, you have a question. You have raised hand. I saw some raised hand. No. Okay. Prabhu, you have a
Hare
question.
Krishna.
You have raised hand. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I will message you after the class. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, and then comes the self-control. So self-control is very important in spiritual life, right? So one has to have control on the senses and mind. So how is that possible? And that is also the Lord explains how with the intelligence. With using our intelligence, one has to control one's own body and the senses and the mind. Because this body, Kathopanishad explains this body as a chariot, no? And the senses are compared to the horses, the 5 horses. You maybe remember that picture which portraying that there is a chariot and there is a driver and the 5 horses. So 5 horses are our 5 sense organs, and it is controlled by the reins, or the rope, which is that is the mind. So mind has to be controlled by intelligence. Intelligence is the driver. If you leave it free, then it will go here and there. No, you cannot. You need control, and you cannot make it more tight also, or more loose also. It has to be balanced. That is what the work of the intelligence. So intelligence one need to develop by reading scriptures. So then one is able to control the mind, right? So controlling of senses and mind is very important. So that is possible only when one is in Brahmanical platform. And then austerity. Austerity is also required, because even by doing austerity, one can control the mind. So austerity means what? So voluntarily taking punishment in the sense doing the like keeping upavas or fasting on right, the fasting on the Janmashtami or the festivals and Ekadashi and all these things. So that is voluntarily we are accepting. Otherwise, but that will have a spiritual benefit. But if we don't do that also, materially we will suffer, because either you are in a Krishna's energy, either we have to suffer in material energy, or if we do for Krishna, then obviously it will be difficult in the beginning, but then later there is a bliss. No, that was yesterday we saw the happiness in 3 modes. In Sattva Guna, whatever you start, initially it is pain, but later it is Amrita. No, it says like Visha, Agre Vishamiva but then later it is like Amrita. So obviously even the austerity we are doing to elevate ourselves in, and also it will help us to control our senses also, and to please the Lord actually. That is more important. So that is why Krishna likes that. So when we keep for him, no? And then purity. So purity in one's behavior, tolerance. So one should be tolerant, and it is said that we should not expect others to respect us, but then we have to give others. So if somebody make you agitated also, we should not lose the tolerance. That's what Prabhupada says. Even if we get that such circumstances, the person will not get agitated. You know, he is situated. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, be trunadapi sunichena tarurapi saishnuna. No? One should be as tolerant as a tree. No? In all the seasons also, that tree will stand still. It is so tolerant for different weathers. So like that, one should become tolerant. And honesty, wisdom. So how does wisdom come? See, wisdom is different, and material qualification is different. So one may be very highly educated, but does not mean that he has wisdom. So wisdom can come when we develop the spiritual knowledge. Not only that, having the knowledge alone is not enough, but then we have to reflect on whatever we have learned, right? We have been hearing so much in Bhagavad Gita, and we are hearing, okay, that is good. Hearing is the first most thing which is required in quality, which is required in advancing for in spiritual life. But then wisdom will come only when we contemplate on those things. What has God told in this? I mean, we have to follow the instructions. It's not just knowing the instruction which is given in Bhagavad Gita, but then we have to follow, and also reflect on ourselves. How I was earlier, and after taking to spiritual life, is there any improvement? Or if I'm a short-tempered person, so next time my action should be like, I should think before taking. No? I mean, if it is same, then what is the use? People will think, okay, you're doing spiritual, you have taken into Krishna consciousness, but you have not changed a bit. So what is the use? No, people will point out also. So obviously, so then what is required is we have to also contemplate on. Often we need to reflect, like introspect. How have I changed, or what are the areas of improvement? Where am I lacking? No, so by association, one can, being in association of devotees, that will help us, right, to become wiser. And then knowledge and religiousness. So these are the qualities by which Brahmanas work. And so now these are the 9 qualities of a Brahmana. Now we'll see of a Kshatriya. Shauryam tejo dhritirdakshyam yuddhe chapyapalayanam dhanam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma swabhavajam.
Hare Krishna Mataji, my father went to washroom, so I am going to read this translation, ma'am.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the qualities of work for the Kshatriyas.
Very good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So yeah, so these are the qualities which is natural for a Kshatriya. Heroism, power, determination, because these things are required. So Prabhupada says in earlier time, like these Kshatriyas and all, they used to be on the forefront, like not like they'll be sitting behind and watching something happening. No, now what happens? We see like Kshatriyas means what? Whoever is in administration. So those people will send actually the poor soldier in front, no? But then those time we see like all big Maharathis, like no, Bhishma Pitamaha, like Arjuna, everyone, they were actually in the front while during the war, and the soldiers will be there in the back supporting them. So heroism, that is by they have that quality. So they'll and then power, determination. So they're very determined. Resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership. So these are the things. So they're very courageous. So one should not, and for a Kshatriya, he should not leave the battle and go away. No. So here it is said, Yuddhe chapi apalayanam. Palayanam means what? To run away. Apalayana means not to run away. So in a war, one should not run away. So indirect, we can see that Arjuna wanted to run away from the war field. So that is not, Krishna says that this is not a quality of a Kshatriya. You know, you are like a cow, you don't behave like a coward. You are a Kshatriya. Kshatriya means what? So that is what is defined here. So these are the qualities of a Kshatriya. He is not supposed to run away from the battlefield. So generosity. So they have that generosity towards all the their subject, because he is in a position like a king, and also like a so he has to take care all his subjects, and he should take care that everybody are taking into God consciousness also, not just taking their physical needs, taking care of that everybody are good in his kingdom, but then he also has to give the God consciousness to them, and leadership. So these are the qualities of a Kshatriya. Because why leadership qualities? Krishna also says, no, yadyad archariti shrestha tattadeve tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadana vartate. So being in a responsible position, whoever is in leadership position, there are many followers for them. So if they are behaving rightly as per the scriptures, no, then everybody will follow. And means otherwise, if what will happen if they themselves are not right, then they'll be like misguiding the other people, because people generally admire somebody is in good position, so they have to have that good qualities. So these are the qualities of a Kshatriya. So now we'll see in Shloka 44 the qualities of a Vaishya and Shudra. Krishi Gorakshya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Swabhavajam.
Farming, cattle raising, and business are the qualities of work for the Vaishyas, and for the Shudras, there is labor and service to others. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Your son also listen, or only once in a while he comes?
My son Mataji
Yeah.
actually knows this 18th chapter up to 15 shlokas.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
But nowadays he became very busy in playing. He's
How
not
old is he?
listening now.
How
He
old
just
is he?
completed standard. Is
Which one?
9
Which
years.
standard? 9 years.
Third 9 years.
Okay, very young.
He became
Okay.
a little big, and he's having a lot of new things in his mind now.
Okay, fine.
Just
I was just
started to
saying,
see.
if he wants to read, he can read if he's sitting along with you. Okay. Otherwise, no problem. You can read.
Just he went away and he started playing on laptop now.
Okay, okay, no problem. So
Hare
these
Krishna.
are the qualities of yeah, Hare Krishna. So Krishi Gorakshya Vanijyam, no, farming, cattle raising, and business. So these are the three things which a Vaishya does. So because we know, like they have the cows, no, even like Nand Maharaj, no, he had it is said he had 9 lakh cows. So they were very self-sufficient and they were happy. So farming, so cattle raising and business. These are the qualities with what Vaishyas work. And for Shudra, there is only one work, that is to service to others. So, so these are the qualities based on material mode of nature one acquired. स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु.
Hare Krishna Mataji. By following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now, please hear from me how this can be done. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So yeah. So here Krishna is saying that so everyone can attain God by being in their position. Like if one identifies what is his quality and what is his liking towards, na? So if everyone has, it is called psychophysical nature. So everybody carries some psychophysical nature. By nature, they have that some inbuilt qualities, no? That by birth. That is why we say, like in Kannada, there's a saying, mm, uh, what is it? Huttuguna satru hogalla, they'll tell. Like by birth, certain qualities are there that will never go, even if you die. I mean, they say like that. But that means, so if in their own occupation, when a person work, he can also become perfect. So, but everybody are important, no? Just like uh, we have different parts of our body, so every part is important, no? With the eyes, if we see something, and then if you see something and you want to have it, right, or you want to go to a hotel, so obviously you decide, and then I see your leg only has to take you to the hotel, and the eyes will see the food, and then hand is used to have, right, the mouth and the teeth, everything. So stomach will, and it will go to stomach, and the stomach will give the nourishment. So everything is required in. So similarly, when all are work in a cooperation, then only the society will be happier. So Krishna is saying that every man can become, how to become perfect in their own occupation. Now the Lord will explain. Yata pravrittir bhutanam येन सर्वमिदं ततं स्वकर्मणा तम् अभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विदति मानवः.
By worship of the Lord, who is the source of being and who is all pervading, man can, in the performance of his own duty, attain perfection.
Yes, very
Hare
good.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, by worship of Lord, who is the source of all beings. So Krishna says, no. So, aham sarvasya prabhavaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. 10.8 shloka. Iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samanvateya. So Krishna is the source of everything. He is the cause of all causes. No. So when everyone are worshipping the Lord, keeping Lord in the center. So we can see the 4 ashramas here. No, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Vaishya and Shudra. So when they keep Krishna in the center and they work, so everybody, they can attain the highest perfection. That is what Krishna is saying here. श्रेयन् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्.
It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Prescribed duties according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So sometimes this is very nice picture, no, which shows clearly that we cannot judge anyone. Like everybody has a different qualities. You cannot judge an elephant by saying that it is not compared to a bird which can fly and sit on a tree, or we can, when it cannot, or a monkey can climb the tree, but then elephant cannot. So we cannot compare each other. So similarly, we cannot compare two individuals because they are on different, the qualities are different in each. Everybody has the pros and cons. So one has to engage in, when they are engaged as per their quality based, they are in that occupation, then they are happy. Why nowadays, why no people are not happy? Because everybody are engaging only in one work, that is like, I mean, working or working under somebody, no, that is actually is a Shudra. That is what His Grace Namanishta Prabhuji always says, that when, because we don't have much freedom when we are working under someone, obviously the freedom is not there. So not everyone are happy. Maybe he may have some Brahminical quality, but then he is in administration. He will not be able to perform his duty perfectly. Or somebody who is in administration, or if he's having a Shudra quality, and then he don't have any the qualities which is required, no, of a Kshatriya. We saw like heroism, determined, and those things. So if that is not there, then he cannot be a perfect leader. So Krishna is saying here, whatever one quality he is having, first we have to find out what is my psychophysical nature, which am I, no. After that, one has to engage in that activity which is giving him happiness. Only when he engage in that way, he will be happy. And here it is said, even if it is done imperfectly also, he'll be free from sinful reaction. So like Arjuna, right? Arjuna as a Kshatriya, so he gave up saying that he gave the reasons that I cannot kill my gurus, no? My grandfather, my guru. So he was actually feeling that it was sinful. But actually Krishna is telling here it is not sinful. Because you are a Kshatriya, you are supposed to kill. And there are like sometimes even in the earlier time, Brahmanas used to give sacrifice of an animal by chanting some mantra, but that was for a benefit of that animal. It would get a better life, or it would be transformed to a human life, like that. So that is not a sinful at all when they were doing that. But if we are doing something for satisfying our taste bud or killing the animal for sense gratification, no, then that is sinful. But when it is as per the Shastras, they are doing, so that won't have a sinful reaction. That's what the Lord is saying. No? So here we can see, so this person is asking everybody, like, who would climb this tree, no, who is win. So how can it will be very injustice, no? Because everyone is strong in other place. Like if a dog is asked to swim, it cannot swim in water. Their fish is strong. So similarly, if a monkey is asked to it can also cannot swim in water, right? So similarly, everyone has to be engaged in their own prescribed duties. So, and actually this sloka was also there in chapter 3 also. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat svanushtita. The first two lines are same. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat svanushtita. Swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. So it is same meaning, and so it is very important. That is why in chapter 18 we see that many shlokas are repeated from the previous chapter. Even Manmana Bhava Bhakto, that also is there. Sajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena dhumena agnir ivavritaha.
Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature, O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So every endeavor, whatever we initially nobody can see success, but that does not mean one should give up the work. So just like before fire, there is a smoke, no? So similarly, every work will have fault. So, but then one should not give up. So fire is also a representation of Krishna, no? The one of the material elements, and also that the body is also made of 5 material elements, which is also consists of the fire. Fire is considered to be pure. So when results are purified, one becomes perfect. You can read. Okay.
Yeah. In conditioned life, all work is contaminated by the material modes of nature. Beside the Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya, a Shudra serving a bad master has to carry out even the wrong order of the master. Despite all problems, one should carry out his duties, for they are born out of his own nature. One should not give up his natural occupation because of unpleasantness. Example, although fire is pure, still there is smoke. Smoke does not make the fire impure. Hare
See,
Krishna.
this is best example is Bhishma Pitamaha, right? So Bhishma Pitamaha was actually working in Kaurava's side, though he was, but then he was not he didn't have any sinful reactions because he was a pure devotee. And Krishna, we say in Bhagavatam also, Bhishma Pitama's prayers, and he on lying on deathbed, right? He gave the Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu, because after the war, Yudhishthira wanted to know from the Lord that what is dharma, no? Who is the one whom to be worshipped in the three worlds? So all these questions he wanted. There were more 6 questions which he asked. So for that he answers all of them, and then finally, additionally, he gives the 1,000 names like how one can meditate upon the Lord. That was the Vishnu Sahasranama. But we can see that if he was sinful, Krishna would have not been there in front of him while he was dying, because he had done his, as a matter of duty, he had carried his duty. No, so here we can see it is even a Shudra serving a bad master has to carry out even the wrong order of the master. This happens because even with the Goswamis, no, the Sanatana Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami, Prabhupada. So when they were working for this Muslim ruler, Muhammadin, so they felt, when they first met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they felt themselves as like very sinful. Like they said, like, we are very sinful because they were working for such a ruler. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that they are like very exalted Vaishnavas. No, so he actually embraces the Sanatana Goswami when he meets them. So that there is no sinful reaction when they are doing that as a matter of duty. So one should not give up the work. That's what it is said here. If one gives up his duty, accepting another's, there is no assurance that other duty is free from problems, because every endeavor has a problem. One should serve the Supreme Lord through his prescribed duty with determination. All the defects in particular occupation are purified. That is perfection. Performing devotional service in this state is self-realization. Oh, why this is coming? Okay. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigata spruhaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyasena adhigacchati.
One who is self-controlled and unattached and who disregards all material enjoyments can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest perfect stage of freedom from reaction. Hare Krishna.
So one is who is self-controlled and unattached, and who disregards all material enjoyment. So this is working on like Yukta Vairagya, no? So not accepting anything which is material. So obtained by practice of renunciation, the highest. So we see this in chapter 6 also. The highest is the Yoga Ruda stage, where the yogi is able to completely reject everything material, no? And then the highest is attaining, I mean, being fixed in the remembering of the Lord, right? So which will be free from reaction. Okay, so from 49 shloka to 55. So okay, this I skipped now. So confidential knowledge free from reaction-free work through Jnana Yoga to Brahman platform and pure devotional service. One practicing Nishkama Karma Yoga, detached work, attains goodness and the knowledge that he is not his body. So he finally attained the Brahman platform. By serving Krishna on the platform with devotion, one reaches the kingdom of God. So, who can engage in Jnana Yoga? One who is self-controlled and completely unattached can engage in Jnana Yoga. Result, one can attain highest perfection stage of freedom from reaction. But this is not the highest. Highest is, so this is a Brahman platform, right? So, but then above this is Bhagavan, no, realizing the Lord, understanding Krishna. name, quality, pastimes. So that is the highest. Siddhim prapto yatha brahma tatapnoti niboda me samase naiva kaunteya nishta gnanasya yapara.
O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has achieved this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in the way I shall now summarize. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So now, how to achieve this perfection to a supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge by acting. So now Krishna will summarize how to attain. So how to achieve supreme Brahma Bhuta platform. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. No? So living in a scheduled, secluded place, eat little and control his body and senses, power of speech, freedom from all bad qualities born of material conceptions, always in trance and detached, thus achieve supreme. So here this is the last. Controlling the mind with determination, purified by intelligence, giving up sense object, freedom from attachment and hatred. And so these are the things. So this is basically, we see that in Ashtanga Yoga, all these things are there. No, before the Yama, Niyama, Pranayama. So all these things will come. So analogy for the piece: a person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled, but is always still. Where is the shloka for this? Okay, it's here. Yeah. So this is a verse from chapter 2, verse 70, which says that even I mean, so many there are many rivers which enter the ocean. Still, the ocean will not get disturbed, right? So similarly, there'll be desires will come, incessant flow of desires will come, but still he is at peace. It is not at all disturbing him, the desires. So that is the stage of Brahman platform. So he's free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things and false proprietorship. Okay, it's the same thing. Apuryamānamachala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tavat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashantimapnoti na kama kami. A person who is not disturbed by incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into ocean, which is ever being filled, but it's always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desire. So if we are trying to satisfy our senses, desires coming out of senses, right? Though that will never be satisfied. There is no end for it. So a person can never be happy if he's running behind satisfying his desire. That is what it is said. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param.
One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So when a person is situated in Brahman platform, so how do we know that he is there? So basically, he never lament or desire for anything. He is equally disposed, no, to every living entity, because he sees everyone as a soul and part and parcel of the Lord. Because and he understands that they are in different bodies because of their karma. So he has that compassion towards all the living entities. So in that stage, he attained the pure devotional service. So what else? So Prabhupada says that this world is miserable for somebody who is on material platform. But then for a devotee, it is Vaikuntha, because he is not attracted towards any materialistic thing, and he's only working for making Krishna happy. No, in that platform, he is not getting disturbed for anything. But then for a materialistic person, when he's always hankering for getting more and more material accomplishments, no? So he cannot be happy. So just like we know the Goswamis who had left all the aristocracy, they were all belonged to very rich families, but then they just gave it up, they gave all those riches and they surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they wanted to be a part of his mission. So even Srila Prabhupada also the same. So they never have any desire to satisfy their this one, but they are always happy because they are compassionate toward other living entities. And so Brahma Bhuta means one who is transcendentally situated. Prasannatma, fully joyful. Na shochati na kankshati, never lament or desire to have anything. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu, equally disposed toward every living entity. Madbhaktim labhate param. Then one attains pure devotional service unto me. So unless one has developed those qualities, here Krishna is saying that it's difficult to attain pure devotional service. Because whatever we are doing, it is all mixed. Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti, like that. No, everything Bhakti is actually contaminated. Our devotional service is not pure. But when a person is on this platform, right, Brahma Bhuta platform, then he is at pure devotional service. Just like the love of gopis for Krishna, there was no material desire. So that was pure love. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyastasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gnatva vishate tad anantaram.
One can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. And when one in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna cannot be understood. No, Krishna says, "Naham Vedayana tapasa, no, nadanam nachajya." So not by charity, not by studying of Veda scriptures, one cannot understand by mental speculation or like how Jnanis try to understand the Lord. It's not possible. Only by bhakti. Even in chapter 11 also Krishna says, no, bhaktiyatva nanyaya shaktya. So only by pure devotional service, one can understand me. Otherwise, and the story of that cobbler when Narada meets, no, a cobbler and a Brahmana. So how we know, like how the cobbler, the Lord tells that he will come to the kingdom of God very soon, but the Brahmana will have to take more life still, because his heart is still not purified, though he's studying of scripture and all, that he has not developed love for God. So that is coming only by devotional service, not by any other thing. And Prabhupada gives an example here. So one should not think, no. So entering how do we enter the kingdom of God? So a person will have a spiritual identity. It is not becoming merged with the Lord, but then everyone will get a spiritual body after they die. So with the spiritual body, we go and we engage in in our own constitutional position, that is being a servant of the Lord, right? Jivere Swarupohi Krishnara Nitya Das. So example is given like a green bird in a green tree. So when there is a green bird in green tree, from far when you see, it looks like everything is same. It's of the same color. You can't make out. But then they have individuality. No, it cannot. The bird does not get become merged in the tree. It's separate. So similarly, we also after death we don't merge in the Lord, but then we will carry our individuality. We have our own, separate relationship with the Lord, and that will continue in the spiritual world. Section F, working in pure devotional service. One on the platform of devotion should work under the order of the Lord, fully depending on him and being fully conscious of him. One will thus be free from control of mode of material nature. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madhyapashrayah mat prasadad avapnoti shashvatam padam avyayam.
Though engaged in all kinds of activities, my devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
So though he is engaged in all kind of activities, so as a matter of duty, he is working. No, it can be anyone can all the 4 ashramas. They can be doing their duty, but then when they are devotee of the Lord, they have surrendered their lives to Krishna. So the Krishna will always protect. You know? So just like it is the devotee, like in the hands of the kitten in the hand of a cat is so safe. So similarly, Krishna protects the devotee. So he knows. So the devotee is also very confident of, like, he's not afraid of anything. No, he has complete faith that Krishna will protect me. Avashya Rakshabe Krishna. So after death, he knows that what will be his destination. He will either go to spiritual world, or maybe Krishna will give him a birth in a family where he can continue and make his life perfect. Like in a devotion, which there are devotees. In a devotee family, he will give a birth. No, Krishna explains in chapter 6. Like whoever have done devotional service, that will not go vain. No, that was Arjuna's question. Okay, Krishna. I mean, Krishna explains all about that Ashtanga Yoga, and then finally Arjuna says, what will happen to a person who has not perfected his life in spiritual life, nor is it like he is neither there or here, like he is not perfect in material life, nor even in the spiritual life. So what will be his situation? So Krishna says there is no uh, uh, fall down for a person who has done who has engaged in devotional service. Either he will get a good birth in an aristocratic family, so that his basic needs are taken care, so he can concentrate on higher things. No, so when a person is like basic things are not taken care of, he cannot think on spirituality. So even somebody is having they are rich, they should know that because of some pious deed, and Krishna wants something more from them. That is why he has given those riches. So either he'll give that family, or he will give a Vaishnava family. So he will be born in a Vaishnava family. So that he can go to Krishna's abode soon, right? So he will reach the eternal and imperishable abode of mind. So how is the eternal abode? We saw in the chapter 15. No, it was more about Krishna explains how is the spiritual world. न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यत्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. So in my spiritual world, there's no need of sun and moon, no, heat and fire. So it is self-eliminating. All the Vaikuntha planets are self-eliminating, and it is coming from the effulgence of the Lord. So yadgatva na nivartante means whoever goes there will never return again to this material world. So we can see in this, like they are praying and chanting the holy name of the Lord, doing Sankirtan, so they can go to Krishna Loka. Nicely portrayed. Devotees mood of dependence. In all activities, just depend upon me. Work always under my protection. Under such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. So there's a shloka for surrender, right? अनुकूलस्य संकल्पः प्रतिकूलस्य वर्जनं रक्षिष्यादिति विश्वासो गोप्तृत्वे वर्णनं तथा आत्मनिक्षेपकार्पण्ये षड्विधा शरणागतिः. So anukulasya sankalpaha. So how is the mood of a devotee? He thinks he only engages in the work which are favorable for Krishna consciousness. Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam. He doesn't engage in any activity which is not favorable for in devotional service, or which is not pleasing to Krishna. He will not engage. Now, what is pleasing to Krishna? that is being explained in all the chapters. Krishna explains about different things, what kind of work one has to be engaged, no? How to engage in devotional service. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuro, right? So he has given so many instructions how one should live in this material world. Padma patram imam bhasa. So all those instruction one should follow and do whatever has per Krishna's will. And anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rakshishyatiti vishwaso. Having a complete faith and that Krishna will protect me. Goptrutve varnanam tata means Krishna is there as my guardian. He will always guide me because he is there as Paramatma in my heart and he will instruct me. So always looking for what is Krishna giving direction. So when we become purified of all the dualities, and Krishna will start giving us the direction within the heart, from within the heart. No? So when Kamsa wanted to kill his sister because he hears Akashvani that your death will be from 8th son of Devaki, immediately wanted to kill. So Krishna, from the heart, he gave intelligence to Vasudeva to tell that. So it comes in Bhagavatam where Krishna gives him the instruction that, okay, tell like this. So immediately he used his intelligence, no? He told that, okay, you only want 8th son, no? Why are you killing all the son? I will hand over to you the 8th son. So that's how, for that time, he was saved. So that lie is okay. No, he knew that somehow he can protect the child. So that intelligence Krishna gives from within. Krishna says, Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. From me comes the remembrance, memory, and forgetfulness. So, yeah, having that faith in the Lord. Guptutve varnanam tata atma nikshepa karpanye shadvida shanagati. So, atma nikshepa karpanye means completely surrender with humility. So, so these are the 6 the process of surrender. Machchitta sarva durgani matprasada tarishyasi atachetvam ahankara na shoshyasi vinakshyasi.
If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So this is like a warning, no? Krishna is saying, okay, you have heard all these instructions from me. If you become conscious of me, no, if we take all instructions from the Lord and if we live our life in that way, then we'll be free from all the obstacles, because the pure devotional service, it is said, when we take into devotional service, first we'll be free from all the material miseries. So pure devotional service will bring kleshagni. So there are 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. This is as per Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. This you are going to study, right? In I don't know if you have in level 3. No, level 3 does not have, I think. Yeah, it may have. I don't know in the curriculum right now. Ishopanishad, Nectar of instruction is there, and also Nectar of Devotion must be there. I'm not very sure. But then in Bhakti Shastri you will have. So there in Rupa Goswami Prabhupada gives 5 things happen when one starts devotional service. First is Kleshagni. So free from all material anxiety. So you all have experienced that when we take into chanting of the holy name, slowly we see some positiveness in the life. No, Kleshagni, that is first. And then Shubhada, everything auspiciousness. And then the third thing is Moksha Lagutakrut. So Moksha Lagutakrut means he is not even desiring for liberation because he is happy in serving the Lord. The pure devotees are not aspiring for even liberation. So they are okay even they go to hell also, but they only ask like, I should never forget the Lord. So that is their meditation. And then the fourth one, Sudurlabha means very rarely achieved. So Krishna can give material thing for somebody who is aspiring for material comforts. Krishna will give very easily. But spiritual devotional service very rarely he gives. Why? Because he becomes purchased by them, by the pure devotees. He become like a servant. He become bounded to whatever they ask. He's bound to do that. No, ananyascintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So whoever always think of me, I always take their yogakshema. No, whatever they wants and desires, everything Krishna will take care. Krishna says. So he's always there for somebody who is engaged in devotional service to him. Krishna will take care of it. Sudurlabha. So that is why it is not easily given. And then Sandrananda Visheshatma. So he's always happy. So you will get that happiness when you are in devotional service. And the last one is Sri Krishna Akarshini. So pure devotional service is attractive to even for the Lord. Actually, Krishna is said to be very attractive, but then the pure devotional service even is attractive for the Krishna. So if you yeah, okay, those are the 6 characteristics of devotional service. So the next section, more confidential knowledge, surrender to super soul. More confidential knowledge than the knowledge that one is spirit soul is knowledge that one should surrender to. So it is not just enough that knowing I am not body, I am soul, but then engaging is a perfection. Why one should engage? We already know that we are part and parcel. No? Ishvara sarva bhutanam ruddeshya arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of material energy.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is there in everyone's heart as Paramatma. No. So same Sarvasya Chaham Hrudi Sannivishto. Even Krishna says in chapter 15, 15 shloka. So I am there in everyone's heart. So Krishna is there in heart, and what is he doing? He is directing them. So when does he direct? So based on their activities, he directs. No? So in 16th chapter, Krishna says those who are very impious and they're engaged in sinful activities, Krishna will push them. No? Tanyaham dvishata kruran. So he says, I will put them into the Asuri Yoni. So he will direct them. So more and more they'll fall down only. So Krishna, but then who want to engage, who want to live with the Lord, like they're aspiring to have relationship with the Lord, Krishna will give them intelligence how to come to him. No? So dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Krishna says in chapter 10 that I will give the necessary intelligence how to come to me. So Krishna is there directing, is directing us. But only thing we have to look towards him. If we don't look, then that means we are not listening. No, there is so much of noise outside. We forget that what is Krishna telling. We are not able to hear it. But when you become introspective, so then slowly we are able to receive the instruction from the Lord. So who are seated on a machine. So this body is almost like a machine, right? So different parts are actually like very complicated machines in itself. So very wonderfully created by the Lord. So Krishna says that they are all these entities living seated on a machine kind, because the soul is also in the heart, and even the Paramatma is there. So in this picture we can see. So there are 2 birds in the tree. No? One is eating the fruits of the tree, sometimes sweet, sometimes bitter. No, that is what the experiences that we have in life, sometimes good, sometimes bad. So Krishna is waiting here, the super soul, seeing where he's waiting. When are you done with eating these fruits? No, look at me. So I will give you direction. What is the right thing to do? So, yes, Prabhu can read.
The material body is created in the material energy under the direction of super soul. No sooner a living entity is placed in a particular type of body, he starts working to the requirements of the new body. Example, Person seated in a high-speed motor car goes faster than one seated in a slower car. Though the living entities and the drivers may be the same, the Supreme Soul, through material nature, designs a specific type of body for the living entity to work according to his past desires.
Yeah. So basically, not everybody has the same intelligence, same strength. No, why it is because everybody has a different bodies, and all these bodies we have got. It could be an animal body or human body. Even in humans also, everyone is different. No, not everybody are same. Not everybody has the same capacity. No, same intelligence, same IQ. So all this is coming because of our some past karmas. So example is given here like a car. So there is a very Maruti car, and then there is a the high-end car. So when there are two cars, so it cannot match, no. But this Maruti cannot match with the other car, like the small car. I'm taking like some Maruti 800, the old car, no. Like that, it cannot have the same speed. So similarly, though the same soul is there in different bodies, but capacity of each person is varies. Okay, that is what it is said here. It's all because of the our desires. We have got even like the animals cannot have capacity to think like human beings. No, they don't have that intelligence because of the deeds they have done. They have been given such different bodies. So तमेव शरणं गच्छ सर्वभावेन भारत तत्प्रसादात् परं शान्तिं स्थानं प्राप्यसि शाश्वतम्.
Ocean of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So Krishna is saying here, surrender unto me, him. By his grace, he will attain transcendental peace. But this surrender, Krishna forcefully is not taking. He wants us with love, no? Because he has given us the free will. So otherwise, it will be more like a robot, no? If everything Krishna is doing, so some people will tell, okay, whatever bad is happening, whatever I've done, I've bad also. It is Krishna is directing. No, we cannot tell because uh, somebody was asking, why did Krishna, I mean, everything, if it is coming from Krishna, why did Krishna create demons, right? So the answer is that, so Krishna didn't create demon. He has given the free will. So, right? So if you have chosen like to have association with the tamasic gun or the mode of ignorance, Krishna cannot do help it, no? I mean, so that is the free will is given to everyone. So with love, one should surrender. Okay, everybody is asking for attendance link. Second. Oh God, where is it? Okay, I posted. Okay. So Krishna wants us to surrender out of love. So that is why he has given the free will. Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimshrayayitad asheshena yata ichasi tata kuru.
Thus, I have explained to you the most confidential of all knowledge. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Hare
See?
Krishna.
So even after giving so much knowledge, Krishna is not forcing Arjuna. No. So how we expect, no? If we tell something to our children, so if they don't do, we just immediately get angry. Or somebody is your junior or someone, if somebody is in superior position, if they say something, if they don't do, they get angry. But Krishna is not doing like that, no? being the Supreme Lord, he has given so much instruction, and finally he's not forcing Arjuna that no, you have to fight. He's saying now it is left to you, Arjuna. I have told you what is right, what is wrong. Now free will is there. He has to use his free will and then do whatever you want. So this is for us also. Krishna is telling, I have given you all this knowledge. Now it is in your hand whether you want to follow or not to follow. Right? So the last section. No, it's not last, one more is there. The most confidential knowledge of all, become a pure devotee of Krishna. Sarvaguhyatamam bhuyah shrunu me paramam vachah ishtosi me dhrudam iti tato vakshyami te hitam.
Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. Hare Krishna.
So this knowledge is only given to those who are fortunate, or Krishna will, no, he does not reveal to everyone. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavritah udoyam nabhijanati loko majamavyayam. So naham prakasha sarvasya, I don't reveal myself to everyone. So why is he revealing to the Arjuna? Because he says that you are my dear friend. That is why I'm giving you this supreme knowledge. Otherwise, people are lost in material world, no? They in themselves and sense gratification. But very few are fortunate to take up devotional service and to get this pure knowledge. So Krishna will, it's not very easy that one gets into devotional service. So there are three confidential things, no? Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatamam in the Bhagavad Gita. So first Guhya is the confidential knowledge of Brahman, that is I am soul. I am not body, I am soul. That is the first knowledge which Krishna reveals in chapter 2. And the second knowledge he reveals is that I am the super soul. Krishna says, no, that he is the super soul in the every living entity, not just Pita. He is Bija Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Aham Bija Pradapita. This is in all the living entities, not just in human. In all the living 84 lakh species, I am the seed giving father. So he is and also he is there a Paramatma sitting in the heart. And the most confidential thing is what? That Krishna has a abode. No? There is a Goloka or the Vaikuntha planets where the Lord resides. So there one has to surrender. So essence of Bhagavad Gita, this shloka is said to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This is the same shloka which is confidential in the 9.34 also. The first two lines comes. So here the Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame veshasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me.
Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So same thing, no? 9.34 also says, Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. So last two lines are different here. So why is again and again some are repeated? Because those are so important. So that we can hear and apply in life. So Krishna says, always think of me and become my devotee. So here also it is very clear that when he's telling think of me, it is not something of formless. Nobody can meditate upon formless, like the Mayavadis say that God does not have form. So obviously we have to think of something, there should be a form. So Krishna has come out of mercy as Archa Vigraha, so that he is there in that Archa Vigraha. No? So think of him, meditate upon his on his name, pastime, no, and on the form of the Lord. So, and then Krishna says, then you will surely come to me. And this is my promise. He says, I will promise you this because you are my dear friend. So this is, so assurance is given by the Lord. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha.
Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So after giving all these instructions on different things, Krishna finally saying, okay, you can give up everything, just surrender. No, I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Surrender means what? So I already explained, no? Anukula, doing whatever as per the will of God, not having my own whatever my wish I'm not doing, but then for the happiness of the Lord and as per the instruction of the Lord when we live our life, no, as per the religious principles is given in the Shastras, then Krishna will remove all the sinful reactions, he says here. So, and Prabhupada says that one cannot take into devotional service when one is not free from sinful reaction. That is told in chapter 7. Tesham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. So how one can become fixed in devotional service and become determined only when he is free from the dualities. No? So when his dualities, there is no false ego, that time only he can become fixed. Why not everybody can fix in devotional service? Because that duality is still there. So preaching and studying Bhagavad Gita. So what is the advantage of preaching and studying? Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shrushru shave vachyam na cha mamyo abhyasuyati.
This confidential knowledge may not be explained to those who are not austere, are devoted, or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So in chapter 16, Krishna says that Arjuna, you're born of divine qualities. No? So this Lord is saying that you cannot tell this to people who are not austere or devoted, who is not a devotee. One should not teach. That is why we only discuss this among the devotees, no? Because they will not take it, or maybe they will make fun of you, or with who is not a devotee, we cannot tell. So, what we can do to the outside people, obviously, everybody should get Krishna consciousness. Then, what can we do? We can only ask them to join the course. No, we can ask them to join the 18 days course so that they also get this knowledge. Because we are not in that platform like Prabhupada, so that by hearing our words they become enlightened. Or so we are not. No, so we have to bring them and connect to the sampradaya so that they hear from the right source and then they also can change. Yeah, of course, everybody can become preacher. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that whoever knows about Krishna, signs of Krishna consciousness, can become a preacher. Only a dead body, he cannot preach. So otherwise, everybody can preach. So that is most merciful, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, and here Krishna says, whoever is envious, never tell him. So, yeah. या इदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वभि दास्यति भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा मामे वेश्यति असंशयः.
For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end, he will come back to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all Shruti Pala, no, of reading and explaining Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that they will guarantee that they can come back to me. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्माद् अन्य प्रियतरो भुवि.
There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear.
See, Krishna in Goloka, thousands of Lakshmis are serving him, but then he's not attached to any one of them because his mind is always dwelling in thoughts of his pure devotees. So he is very detached. The 6 qualities of Lord, one is the renunciation also. So he is very detached. I mean, so beautiful wives he has. So, but then he's not attached there. His heart is where his devotee is there. No, always thinking of Lord. Because I think I mentioned yesterday, right? When Yudhishthira wanted to know after the war, he was a king, made king, and how to run this world. I mean, what to know about the Dharma. When he goes to Krishna to ask, Krishna was meditating. So he was surprised. Okay, everybody are meditating upon you. On whom are you meditating? So he says that I am meditating on Bhishma Dev because he's my pure devotee and he's planning to leave this world. So you'd go to him, he will give you what is Dharma. So then only he gives him the Vishnu Sahasranama there. So here, that is why Krishna says that he is more dear to me than he who is ever, there cannot be nobody more dear to me apart from one who is engaged in devotional service and giving this knowledge to others. Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is meant for devotees only and not for philosophical speculators. Anyone presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is sincerely will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. He is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
Mataji.
because we know there are many Bhagavad Gitas in the market. People write, everybody writes and they give commentary and they make their own mental speculation. Means Krishna meant this, Krishna meant that, and they're actually misleading. So it is very dangerous to study some such sources. That is why when we read Bhagavad Gita, we should know, is it coming from a proper sampradaya? That is the first thing we should see. No? So when you're enrolling your children for a good school, we see so much background check we do, colleges or schools. So similarly, when we are taking spiritual, how can we read any book just like that? So we have to take a bona fide book who has written by Acharya, which is coming in a 4 sampradayas which we know, right? Brahma, and ours ISKCON belong to Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. And there are other sampradayas, Kumara Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya and Sri Sampradaya. So any of those is okay, bona fide. Adhyeshyate chaya imam dharmyam samvadam avvayoho jnanayajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi.
And I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation worships me by his intelligence. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So whoever listens it, obviously, if he with the concentration or with the devotion, when he listens, he will surely take into devotional service. Shraddhavananasuyascha shrunuyadapi yo naraha soapi mukta sulabha lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam.
And one who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions and attains to the planets where the wise dwell. Hare Krishna.
So after whoever listens with faith, not just teaching or preaching, even if somebody listens with faith without enviousness towards the Lord, right, he will become free from all the sinful reaction, and he can, after the death, he can go to the higher planets. So this is the assurance. One more assurance is Lord is giving. So now the last section, Arjuna is fixed. No, again there are still 78 we have, no? Another 10 minutes, okay? It's a very big chapter. Even if I'm doing fast, it's taking time. Kachide tatshrutam partha tvayekagrena chetasa kachidagnana sammohaha pranatas dhanam jaya.
O son of Buddha, O conqueror of wealth, you have heard this with an attentive mind, and are your ignorance and illusions now dispelled?
Yeah, have you heard with this attentive mind? So Krishna is asking, have you heard, Arjuna, whatever I've told? So what is your decision now? He wants to know whether you want to fight, or because he was in ignorance, he says, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yashreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. That's how Arjuna offered prayers to Lord in chapter 2. He surrenders himself. He says, Karpanya dosha, my weakness of the heart. So I'm not able to decide what is right and what is wrong. Please guide me, O Lord. So, Shishyasteham. So like a student, I'm surrendering onto you. Like a, no? So now he's asking, so are those all illusions gone now? So Krishna is asking Arjuna. So what Arjuna says? Arjuna uvacha nashto moha smritirlabdha tvat prasadan mayachyuta sito asmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava.
Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm and free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instructions." Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So he had all the doubts, no? Like he had given 5 reasons why I cannot fight. So no enjoyment, family tradition, sinful reaction, and no enjoyment. What are the other 2? No indecisiveness, and then compassion, right? So he gave those 5 reasons. Now he's saying that, oh, infallible one. Infallible means is so there are 2 kind of entities in this comes in chapter 15. Krishna says there are 2 kind of entities in this world. One is fallible, one is infallible. Fallible means constant change. We are changing, no? From birth, there are so many changes which happens in our body. We are keep changing. And there is a forgetfulness. Because of that, we forget. Next life, we don't remember our previous lives because we are fallible entities. But then Krishna is always is not fallible. And there are infallible in the sense there are entities who belong to spiritual world. But then Krishna says, I am above them. Above. Uttama Purushastvaneya Paramatmeti Udarataha. So there Krishna says, I am above that. So Krishna is infallible. So he addressed him like that. So you can never go wrong. So he accepts everything. I have regained my memory by your mercy. Because he was already a devotee, and we know that Arjuna was brought into bewilderment to give this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So now he says, I've regained the memory and now free from doubt. So now I am ready to fight, right? Follow your instruction and I will fight. So now Sanjaya's predictions. After the war, now it is over. Conversations are over between Arjuna and the Lord. So Krishna asked him after giving all instruction, so what is your decision now, Arjuna? What are you going to do? Because yata ichchasi tata kuru. He says, you do as you wish. Now I've given you everything. Now, so Arjuna said, I completely agree with whatever you have told. So I'm going to act as per your instruction. So that is being a pure devotee. That is the what pleases Krishna. So we have to follow the path of Arjuna, no? Because that is what the pure devotees are interested. So because either way we have to serve. Either you serve the material energy that is Maya, or serve Krishna. So choice is ours. One place there is, if we serve Maya, there is a lot of anxiety. But when we serve the Yoga Maya, so one is Mahamaya, one is Yoga Maya. No? Yoga Maya means Krishna's internal potency who will guide us to Krishna. Mahamaya's work is to keep us away from the Lord. So she gives so many challenges. She give you problems so that you cannot take into devotional service. So, but then we have to really endeavor to fix in devotional service. Then Krishna will help. So it is said, if you keep 1 step, Krishna will keep 10 steps. So, but then from our side also that is required, right? So we saw yesterday the 5 factors which define any action: the place of action, the different endeavor senses, the performer, and then there is a super soul. So our endeavor is also important. That is one of the factors for any action. And then Krishna will sanction. So now Sanjay's prediction. Ityaham va Sanjaya uvacha Ityaham vasudevasya parthasya cha mahatmanah samvadam imam ashrausham adbhutam romaharshanam.
Sanjaya said, "Thus I have heard the conversation of 2 great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end."
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So he's in ecstasy by hearing all that, no? Because he was so fortunate to have that divine vision given by Vyasadeva, who was his spiritual master. So he was able to see all the conversation, no? Because he was supposed to explain to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind. So Dhritarashtra could not see what is happening in the battlefield. So Sanjaya was given this divine eyes so that he could explain. So now he says, by hearing that, I am thrilled. So my hair is standing on end. Vyasa prasadat shrutavan etad guhyamaham param yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sakshat katayata swayam.
By the mercy of Vyasa, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. Hare Krishna.
So by mercy of Vyasa, so in a spiritual life, we cannot directly approach Lord. So you have to go through spiritual master. So because only by their mercy we can understand Krishna, otherwise not. No, that is why Krishna says in chapter 4, last sloka, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinayaha. So surrender to a guru, Tadvidhi pranipatena, how? With all humility. Pariprashnena sevaya, do the seva, to service to the, and pariprashnena means asking the questions with humility so that he will solve all that. How? Because he is situated in that. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena upadeshanti jnanina sattvadarshina, because they have seen the truth, they have realized the truth, they have understood the Lord. So hear from them. Only then we are able to understand. Otherwise, we will do our own mental speculations. So that is the right way. Understanding in a disciplic succession, right? Just like how Sanjaya understood. So, yeah. Okay, there's no shloka here. Yeah.
O King, when I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with even greater wonder, and I rejoice again and again. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So he's again, by grace of Vyasadeva, he is hearing and he's feeling joy. Last shloka. Yatra yogeshwara krishno yatra partho dhanurdaraha yatra shirvijayor bhutir dhruvani tirmatir mama.
Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So he has given declaration, no? Sanjaya, after he has seeing all that, because he has seen the Vishwarup form and he had heard direct from Supreme Lord. And now, because how did this Bhagavad Gita start? It started with the Dhritarashtra's question. If you see the previous slide, no, you can see here. There he started, look, okay, first shloka, Dhritarashtra says, Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samavetayu yutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kima kurvata Sanjaya. Oh Sanjaya, what are my people, Kauravas and Pandavas, doing? I mean, they have assembled in the war field. What are they doing? So that's how he started to explain whatever was happening. And now he says that after hearing everything that, okay, so according to me, no, he says that wherever Arjuna is there, the supreme archer and the Lord is there is all opulence. Because the Lakshmi will go where Narayana is there, no? So when Krishna is there, obviously victory is on their side. All opulence. So Krishna is all opulent. The same, the devotee also will get that opulent. So extraordinary power and morality. So everything is there. So he is saying that you don't have unrealistic hope that your sons are going to win this battle. That means indirectly he says you have lost the battle. No? So that is what he has declared. 1 second. Battery has become lost. Okay. So yeah. So with this, it's complete. So maybe we can chant this shloka all together. I will tell and you all repeat, okay, after me. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna.
Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna.
Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha. Tatra Shri Vijayor Bhutir.
Tatra Shri
Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna.
Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna.
Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha.
Yatra
Yatra Shri Vijayor Bhutir.
Tatra
Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Thank you so much. So take away messages. So we are spirit souls. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. The devotional service is the best process to attain perfection. So with this, we come to the end of the chapter. Okay, any questions relating to today's chapter you may ask. And please enroll yourself for the next level. And whoever are doing 16 rounds can also directly enroll for Bhakti Shastri also. So, but there are some conditions, like you have to follow the regulative principles. I mean, all the 4 regulative, and you should not have coffee, tea, onion, and garlic. So these are the things for Bhakti Shastri if you are taking up. You cannot have onion, garlic, not have coffee, tea, and yeah, one should follow the regulative principles and just, yeah. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I think, I don't know when it will start. Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks it will start. That will be posted. I mean, you just register. I think in the new group, this group will not be, I mean, it won't be posted in this group. You'll only registration link will be posted here. And later you'll be added to a new group, level 3 group. So there you will get. But then many people have not utilized the Bhakti Vriksha, I think. So I request everyone, at least in level 3, be a part of Bhakti Vriksha group, and so that it will be helpful, like reading together, with the devotees. And because there'll be assignments, it is easy for you when you participate and discuss, and yeah. Hare Krishna. And
Mataji,
yeah,
just one question.
yes.
Where will we get the certificate from? Because I tried to register for level 3, it is asking for certificate. So
No, certificate if you finish all the quiz, in the level 2, it's
Right.
auto-generated.
okay.
Yeah, once you finish, you will have a download option there. So anyone have completed already? Santosh Prabhu, have you completed the quiz?
18 chapter.
Yeah, chapter 8.
18 chapter is like
Okay, alone one is left, is it?
Yeah, one chapter.
So
is
today we
left.
finished,
Yeah.
You can in this week, in tomorrow or day after, you can just finish. So you can take that, download the certificate, and you can attach the level 3.
Yeah, Rajiv. And one more thing,
Yeah.
level 3, what all things will be covered? As you said, nectar of instruction, devotion, and
Nectar of
Ishopanishad.
devotion, I'm not very sure, but we had, when I did level 3, it was there. I don't know now whether it's there. I'm not very clear, but Ishopanishad is there and nectar of instruction is there. These two I know, but nectar of devotion is there or not, I'm not very sure.
It is there,
actually.
Mataji. NOD is there.
You are doing already?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, actually, it's from a different chapter, and it's affiliate. That is why the other day I asked you whether this program is accredited by any universities or not, because these people, they're giving it, and accreditation helps in getting various government funds.
Okay. Okay. Any other
There's a
questions?
scheme going on by the government of India. They're giving around 1.25 lakhs per month to Vedic scholars.
Okay, I don't know, Prabhu. Okay. Anyways,
Okay,
yes, Santosh Prabhu,
Mataji.
we have any? Yeah.
Level 3 will have more depth of Bhagavad Gita, or only that?
No, Bhagavad Gita won't be there. Level 3.
Oh, okay.
But in Bhakti Shastri, you will have.
Okay, Mataji.
In level 4, Bhagavad Gita will come. There we'll have to give presentations.
Yeah, level 4. Actually, we had all that in level 3 earlier, but now they have made it separate.
They've changed.
Level
And
3,
this,
level 4, and now level 5. But making it easy so that in level 4 you will have, because you need to have, you will get confidence once you start giving presentation, no? Then you can, it is because preparing you for taking
For
classes,
preaching.
basically. That is the thing.
plus chanting also, they've increased it from level 2. It's
So every level there is increase in chanting also.
no, previously it was in level 2 only, where they were asking for, when we started, it said 4, but now it says in level 3, it's 4, and level 2, it's 1, and level 1 is 0.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I think most of them are doing now more than 4. I think so. Who are doing
Yeah.
at least 4 rounds here? Who are all qualified to go to level 3? Anybody doing less than 4 round, you can raise the hand. Anyone less than 4 round? Just doing 1 or 2 rounds still.
I am not able to do every day for sometimes
Ah,
or sometimes.
so yeah, okay. Santosh Prabhu also is not doing. So if you're doing less than 4 round, you cannot go to level 3. So I request everyone, please do minimum at least for the level 3, because the other books are also very interesting and very nice books given Rupa Goswami Prabhupada and the Nectar of Instruction and Ishopanishad. So please do study those books. It is very nice, very small book, but then so much of knowledge is there. So yeah. Okay, and forgive me any mistakes that could have happened from my side also while doing the class, or if I intentionally, unintentionally, if I have hurt anyone, because this is the last class. And yeah, I wish you all the best, everyone. Please continue your journey in. Yeah.
It was very nice, Mataji. You have explained very well, and your knowledge about Gita is amazing, and it was very nice doing the entire course.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for all this session you have done.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the
So you please
knowledge you have
continue.
given.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just request all of you to please continue. Okay. Yes. Santosh Prabhu, you can slowly start preaching. I see, I mean, you're also so dedicated. You can at least take for the children. Start with the children. Okay.
Yeah.
Sanjay Kumar Prabhu, nice to hear that.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Progressed. Yeah. Yes, Aishwarya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
so
Mataji.
much. Thank you.
Every Sunday we used to see you. Now coming
Yeah.
Saturday, I'll not see you.
You will have
the class,
new teacher.
Mataji.
You just, yeah. So you can. That is why I'm telling. Don't miss.
Mataji, we got your videos.
Huh?
We got your videos.
True,
Yeah,
true.
videos.
Yeah, on Saturday, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Sit and
Yeah.
replay.
No, now you know who will see that again. You have to join for the new course now. Right?
We'll do that simultaneously.
Yeah.
4.5 months.
There are
It's no
you
joke.
can watch. I mean, there are many good teachers which you can watch. Why repeatedly want to hear somebody? You can always some senior teachers or somebody else.
No, Mataji, your teaching is really, really nice, Mataji. Seriously, because of you, we have progressed so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for being our Siksha Guru.
That is your humility, Mataji, and also blessing of Krishna. So nothing from my side. And it's very nice to hear that you are progressed. So very nice to hear that. Okay.
And
Yes,
Mataji,
Santosh Prabhu, want to say something? You have hand raised.
Mataji, there's an offer from my side. you'll be getting 2 trips, one to Vrindavan and one to Govardhan, along with my family. Anytime, I'll keep on posting you on Telegram the dates we are going. You just let me know 2 weeks prior, right from your doorstep and back.
No.
Everything will be
No,
sponsored from this end, from our family. You need not worry.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, but it's okay.
And it will keep on repeating till
No.
both of us, we are here.
So, thank you so much.
Whenever you feel like there's something happening at your house, you're not, there's some disturbance or something, and you feel like going for parikrama and all, just inform me 2 weeks prior, and everything will be done.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Santosh Kumar Prabhu, you have anything to say? Santosh Kumar Mishra. You had raised hand. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone. So we close. Sorry, it became almost like 2 hours, I don't know. So because it's a big chapter, so it went long. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So there is in Mangalore, it's coming up, no, the Janmashtami. So whoever possible, you can book. Shortly, it will be shared in the group. So book your tickets, and then ND Prabhuji wants more people to join. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. We can say chant 3 times. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So I wish you all the best, and wish pray Radha Govind that you all progress in your spiritual journey and continue and not leave this association. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Dandavat
Mataji. Hare
pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.